What is up, Jamly? This is JamiroFan2000 here with yet another episode of the Jamiroquai Minute. All the latest Jamiroquai news with episode number 500. Consider this a bit of a 500 celebratory episode of the Jamiroquai Minute. So I've got a lot to cover in this episode, so hang in there and let's start the episode. And as I preface at the beginning of this episode, after that amazing, sexy intro, as I have always had for the last probably 250 episodes of the Jamiroquai Minute, but yeah, this is a very big milestone for the Jamiroquai Minute, and especially for me and for the whole Jamly. I started doing the Jamiroquai Minute back in mid-2016. The first episode of the Jamiroquai Minute I recorded on my secondary, or my newly created secondary YouTube channel, the JamiroFan2000 YouTube channel, which I pretty much started to cover, to dabble around a multifaceted social media approach at helping Jamiroquai and to promote my favorite band, Jamiroquai, on YouTube. But I recorded my first episode of the Jamiroquai Minute back in August of 2016, so I have been doing videos, or at least doing the staple series of the Jamiroquai Minute for over almost 3 years now, and it's just been an amazing ride, an absolutely amazing ride. I've talked about this in previous episodes here on the JamiroFan2000 YouTube channel, and countless videos and countless series that I've done on here, but the main focus of this channel was to try to inform the Jamly in these little videos and these little vignettes and all these little different series. But as you look back on my YouTube channel, I did a lot of content, nearly 770 videos total on the JamiroFan2000 YouTube channel. And the Jamiroquai Minute was my staple series. This was my primary series to cover all the latest happenings with Jamiroquai, especially during their amazing Automaton album era, which is now stretching into a final third year, and a very conservative upcoming 10-tour date schedule for 2019 for Jamiroquai. But I have been absolutely amazed by the growth everywhere on social media in regards to Jamiroquai. Most of social media is not much of a... Specific parts of social media really aren't magnets for music fans, but I was pleasantly surprised with how much the YouTube channel has grown and how many people have come to the YouTube and have been watching my videos and have gotten to know me and gotten to know all the latest news of Jamiroquai. And, you know, I've tried steadfastly to bring everybody with a lot of transparency all the latest happenings with Jamiroquai, at least in the integral stories, you know, that have come along in the last 3 years, and it's been a hell of a ride, this Automaton album era. But this, like I said, this is the 500th episode of the Jamiroquai Minute, and it is very much a big milestone for me. And I just can't stop thanking everybody for the support. The band has been very supportive, especially on Instagram, when they would sometimes see my videos and just leave really lovely comments. And that's specifically Matt and Paul and Valerie and Elle. They were all just leaving comments sometimes when I was promoting my videos on the hashtag Jamiroquai section of Instagram when I had new video, a good complement of new videos to put out. But they were always nice enough to leave a little nice comment, and it was very inspiring. And I'm just in the audience that I've somehow grown over the last 3 years, and right now I'm almost about to hit 500 subscribers on my YouTube channel. And once I hit that, I'm probably have to do another video. But I've been completely humbled and amazed by the YouTube comments I've gotten back on specific videos, sometimes here and there. And I just enjoy doing these videos, I really do. And as I said, it's been just nothing but a big, warm halo of support that I've seen over 3 years of doing Jamiroquai Minute episodes. I didn't think I'd get up to 500 episodes. I really didn't. I thought the Automaton era was going to be, you know, some small truncated era where we had some amazing performances, but I didn't realize the Automaton era would be just an absolute revitalization of both Jamiroquai's sound to more of an AFO-leaning Futura funk angle, and the Jamly itself. The Jamly just absolutely exploded with this album era, and the fans and the viewers that I've gotten here on YouTube have been absolutely amazing and been very supportive, so I want to thank everybody that have been watching these videos, whether you like to dislike them, or you like to like them, or you like to subscribe, or you like to watch them. As I said, it's been a very, very humbling experience, and I just want to thank everybody for the support, from the band to all my friends to everybody on social media. Thank you very much. And I do continue in doing videos here on the JamiroFan2000 YouTube channel, when the news warrants it, of course. But this is not just the first milestone that I just recently met. There was another milestone on another social platform, and boy, was that place my bread and butter. And if you couldn't tell that transition, I was transitioning into talking about our Jamiroquai. The Jamiroquai subreddit was a subreddit that I, as I said back when I was starting out doing the whole, trying to figure out how I was going to do the social media fan campaign for Automaton, because I knew it was coming, the album was coming. I knew there, I wanted to do exactly what Virgin EMI did by going multifaceted, going at social media to promote Automaton in a multifaceted social media approach, which they did absolutely amazingly, and props to Virgin EMI for their amazing work on promoting Automaton on the social media platforms, because sometimes that is a very hard thing to coordinate. But I thought I'd do my part, which I had been doing for years and years, nearly decades, on all the different iterations of the internet, from all the way back at Yahoo groups to the JamiroTalk International Fan Forums, to, of course, Facebook, and now, so the Jamiroquai subreddit was a subreddit I actually came across of about 3 years ago, and it looked very bare bones. At that time, I'd done Reddit for a few years, so I thought I would wanted to move my social media approach to Reddit, and I went to the Jamiroquai subreddit and just went ham-bone. It was one of the biggest projects I ever did, at least on social media platforms, at least for Reddit. I had a previous experience, as I said, moderating a couple subreddits before that, but Jamiroquai subreddit was really a subreddit I put all of my attempt into making into a must-stop for all online digital Jamiroquai fans or online music fans to get all of their latest Jamiroquai news, have a place to discuss Jamiroquai, and to just have a pleasant environment so everybody of the Jam League could just come there and contribute when they wanted to. But the subreddit was originally created by a fan by the name of Zektastic, and I asked him if I could moderate it. And originally when I originally started moderating, the subreddit had only 130 subs. This was like 3 years ago. Fast forward to now, which is early February of 2018, we just crossed 1,100 subscribers of the Jamiroquai subreddit. And that is big. That is big. I have never either moderated or created a subreddit that got up to 1,000 subscribers so quickly. And in the case of Reddit, getting thousands of subscribers does take a lot of time and a lot of content and a lot of contributors. And I have been nothing but amazed by the growth on the as much as on my YouTube channel, I've been even more amazed by the growth on the Jamiroquai subreddit. And it's not just my attempts. There's been a lot of contributors on the Jamiroquai subreddit that deserve a lot of props. And then I'm talking about Dr. Buzz. I'm talking about Jade. Jade, an amazing Italian fan who was very instrumental in putting up a lot of the interviews from the Italian promotion of Automaton. Thank you, Jade. Guy Not Seeking Guy, Electric Master, who is just a great friend. And the list goes on and on. Buff Jew, and several other fans who have been contributing on the Jamiroquai subreddit, or in some cases taking my example and just running with it and doing an amazing job on the Jamiroquai subreddit. I just want to thank everybody that contributed on the Jamiroquai subreddit over the last 3 years of me moderating it. And to some of the fans who have interacted in the discussion threads that I've tried to start doing on the Jamiroquai subreddit on mostly Jamiroquai topicality. But thank you very much for contributing to the discussion, whether positive or negative. It's very hard to run a bit of a democratic process on social media platforms, because we know how quickly toxicity can take over in some cases, based on what you're talking about. But I'm very happy with how everybody has been behaving and just coming on to the subreddit and enjoying what they have been seeing, and yet again, amazing growth over on the Jamiroquai subreddit. So that was milestone number 2, or really milestone number 3. I'm waiting for milestone number 3 to happen, which would be 500 subscribers on my YouTube channel. But in summation, absolutely amazing growth across all the social media platforms. Thank you, everybody. From the band, to the fans, to the people who contributed, to everybody. Thank you very much for making all these attempts, all these social media, not campaigns, but just work that I've try to spearhead and had so many other people contribute and doing an amazing job on. Thank you all very much for continuing to be so supportive of my work, these videos I do, the Jamiroquai subreddit, which I try to keep updated on a daily basis. Thank you everyone for being so awesome. But this Jamiroquai Minute number 500 is not over yet. I do have some news to cover, and that's coming up right now. And in Jamiroquai fashion news, another really cool thing just recently popped up, covered by a lot of fashion magazines and information websites, so I'll give you a little bit of context. You might remember last year, JK of Jamiroquai did do a Kurt Geiger campaign towards a pair of new trainer shoes that the fashion designer had designed. JK was part of a myriad of celebrities that was picked to be in a commercial campaign for Kurt Geiger to sell these new trainer shoes. Well, now over at the Louis Vuitton fashion designing industry, one of their chief fashion designers, a gentleman by the name of Virgil Abloh, has come out with a new pre-fall 2019 Louis Vuitton clothing line, and this clothing line just so happens to have been inspired by bands, most notably the bands Nirvana and Jamiroquai, and they released a slew of new model photographs of them showing off the new fashion line from Louis Vuitton, and they actually have a traveling without moving hat, and it looks pretty cool. This whole fashion, there is no release date so far for this clothing line, but I expect sometime in the summer, availability and pricing will become available for these select items from this Louis Vuitton fashion line for pre-fall 2019, and no pricing has been available yet, but given this is a high-end clothing brand, I'm sure these things will be absolutely obnoxiously expensive. But I did send out a tweet to Virgil Abloh of Louis Vuitton for more details, specifically about the traveling without moving hat. But those photographs are available, and I put them into an IMGUR album, so you can see all these models showing off the new Louis Vuitton clothing line for fall of 2019. And if you'd like to see that IMGUR album for yourself, I'll be sure to put it in the description of the video down below. So be sure to check out that goodness. And thank you for tuning in to this 500th episode of the Jamiroquai Minute. I try my hardest to make these videos very informative, and I'm so happy with everybody liking and subscribing and enjoying all these videos that I do here on the JamiroFan2000 YouTube channel. But as an update, of course, in 2 weeks' time, today is, of course, February 8th. In 2 weeks' time, Jamiroquai will be in the United Arab Emirates at the first tour date of their 10 tour dates scheduled for 2019 at the 17th annual Dubai Jazz Festival. So expect the usual coverage over on the Jamiroquai subreddit, hopefully in real time, of all of the social media activity from Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, what have you. I'll be covering that on the Jamiroquai subreddit as the festival weekend happens, and of course expect a follow-up companion video here on the JamiroFan2000 YouTube channel of all the happenings from the Dubai Jazz Festival and throughout the upcoming 9 other tour dates for 2019 for the band Jamiroquai. And again, thank you everybody for watching, and as always, this is JamiroFan2000, and I'll see you again really soon with another Jamiroquai Minute, and hopefully not another 500 episodes. Bye-bye, everybody, and thank you for the support.